Aloha, everybody. This is Tiggy Maximus with Tiggy Maximus Talks, episode 134. So, a lot has happened since the last time I talked to you guys. Went to a Coldplay concert last Thursday with my friend Melissa Wiseman, great comic here in San Diego. Got to see Embarrassed by Night comedy show at the Mic Drop. That was a good show. Got to do Restaurant Week right before Embarrassed by Night. Great steakhouse. Hanging out with my friend Trish Jones, who happens to be an Endearos ambassador model. Just a lot of stuff to talk about. NFL Week 4 came and went. Chargers ended up doing pretty well. They faced the Raiders at home at SoFi Stadium. It was a good game. Chargers were ahead for the most part. They went up 24-7. But they slowly kind of let the Raiders get back in the game. And they had a chance to tie the game, but the Chargers wound up making it a defensive stance by intercepting the ball at the goal line and just iced the game. Justin Herbert actually ended up getting hit pretty hard out of bounds, actually, and the bench cleared, and they were fighting for Justin Herbert, so they're beating up Tillery, ex-Charger, who's now on the Raiders. Kind of a dirty player, but I guess according to Justin Herbert, they're still kind of friends, but, whatever. So, with that, Chargers are firmly in second place of the AFC West division behind the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs, they had a tough game against the New York Jets in New York and pulled out the victory. Chargers, Justin Herbert had a couple of rushing touchdowns, and I think he threw a pass to Keenan Allen. And then to ice the game, was a 3rd and 10. The Chargers, Justin Herbert threw a pass to Joshua Palmer, caught it way down the field to kind of ice the game. So, Chargers look pretty good, and the next time they play, October 16, Monday Night Football, just so happens I'm going to be there against the Cowboys. So, should be fun. One of the comedians, Aaron Monte, is going to go with me. Hopefully, that's good to go. I have one other person who's going to take another ticket, so should be a fun time at Monday Night Football. Inglewood's going to be popping. So yeah, how could I forget? So yeah, Chargers are doing better now. A little bit better defensively, but I still feel a little uncomfortable about how they try to close out their games. So cross my fingers they be consistent and have a killer instinct, hopefully. If you think about it, the Chargers are going to be chasing basically the Kansas City Chiefs, the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, and I guess you can kind of throw in there the Buffalo Bills. So they're chasing 4 teams in a way. So those 4 teams are going to be on the radar, and the Chargers have to get better in order to compete with them and be the last one standing. So cross my fingers. Cross all your fingers, guys. Anywho, let's see, what else? So Padres did get eliminated from the playoffs. They were playing in their game 160, but that is when they were officially eliminated as the what was it? Friday night, the Miami Marlins were down 3-0 in the eighth inning against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And yeah, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Marlins happened to get 4 runs in the top of the eighth. And they beat the Pirates 4-3. And that was victory number 83 for the Marlins. And since the most the Padres could win was 82, that eliminated the Padres from playoff contention. So, but the Padres did end up sweeping the White Sox in Chicago and finished their season 82-80. So, hey, winning record. That's a nice step with all these players on the same team. So, hopefully the Padres will keep Tatis, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, and Juan Soto. Keep that core together and, reel in some great pitchers. We might have a different look for relievers because I still think the number one problem was the relievers blowing the leads. And a lot of 30-plus games where they could have won the game with the lead, but they gave up the lead. So, yeah, Padres need to, find better relievers, better consistent relievers, and just know how to handle those situations that can make those key pitches and not let the starting pitcher down and the offense down after all that hard work. Now, granted, at the same time, the batters are not off the hook either because there is feast or famine for most of the season. It's they do well in 1 or 2 games, but then they just don't hit well the next game. So that happened a lot, and they were behind the 8 ball for most of the season. So they got close to 500, but they could never get to 500 for almost 5 months. So you just gotta score better. I mean, all 3 phases. You got to have the relievers, starting pitchers, and the batters. They need to support each other and do their best not to let each other down too often. So, I mean, the offense can only do so much. I mean, you can't consistently score throughout the game, of course. That's pretty hard in itself. But when you build a lead, and the starting pitcher is trying to hold that lead for the offense, the relievers should be able to close it out. But that wasn't the case prior to September. Going into from April to August, a lot of blown saves, a lot of blown holds. So it really sucks. But 2024 might look bright. So hopefully, if this chemistry can hold itself up for 2024, we could still be a team to be reckoned with. So we'll see what happens. So with that being the case, so the National League has 6 teams. At the top, you got the Braves. You got the Dodgers. You got the Brewers. Then you got your wildcard teams, your Philadelphia Phillies, your Miami Marlins, and then your last wildcard, the Arizona Diamondbacks. So it just so happens the Padres missed out by 2 games. So, oh well. The American League, you got the Orioles at the top. Then you got the Astros. Then you got the Twins, and then you got the wildcards, the Rays, the Rays, the Rangers, and the Blue Jays. So the wildcard round had started yesterday, and of course the Twins beat the Blue Jays. You got the Rangers beat the Rays. You got the Diamondbacks beat the Brewers, and you got the Phillies beat the Marlins. So today is game 2. Hopefully those teams that lost can bounce back, or the series might end today for a lot of those series. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, guys. Honestly, I'm for the wild card round. I'm hoping the Phillies win the series. I'm hoping the Brewers win the series. I think I have the Blue Jays winning, and I think the Rays should win. So those are my wild card picks. But I do see the Braves beating the Dodgers to win the National League championship, and I do see the Orioles beating um, the Orioles should beat the Astros. So Braves versus Astros is my World Series, and I'm pulling for the Orioles. So there you have it, guys. Those are my picks. Um, what else? More sports. Canelo fought Jermell Charlo for Canelo's undisputed 168-pound championship. It's known as your super middleweight championship, undisputed. The fight, I was hoping it would be more competitive, but Canelo dominated, showed his power. Charlo kind of stayed away from the power for the most part, but he wasn't really implementing his strategies. Canelo just got some good punches in there, and he actually made Charlo take a knee. So it was essentially 10-2 Canelo, and then add in the knockdown. But I think one of the judges also put it as 11-1 for Canelo. So, and that includes the knockdown as well. So, yeah, Charlo is going to go back down, and he wants to challenge the undisputed 147-pound champion, Terrence Crawford. That one should be a good one. If that's the case, I kind of wanted to see Crawford win, and maybe that might be at 154. And if that happens, I'd like to see Crawford go up to 168 and challenge Canelo within like 2 years' time or something. Undisputed versus undisputed. So we'll see. What else? I did try out Scoreboard for the Canelo fight. I had a mushroom burger, no cheese. It was alright. It was about an 8 out of 10. Nothing too spectacular about it. I also had the chicken tenders. Those were pretty good. I would say like an 8.4 out of 10. So, not too bad of an experience. I did see they have some good reviews, like 4 out of 5. Someone did recommend that they will pass on it. It's a great bar, but it's also a little bit dated. But you have some TVs. I did notice that if you were gonna sit by the window, you're blocked off from the TVs because there's a big bar on top of the bar, which will block you from seeing the TV. So the only way you can see the TV at the bar that's on the wall is if you're sitting at the bar. But I happen to be sitting in the table next to the bar, so I'm by the window. So if you turn, you can't see the TVs. So the only way you see the TV is you look straight to your left or right, and those are the only TVs you can actually see. So now I did get to meet a great waitress by the name of Regina. Super supportive, super nice, great service. That actually made my experience pretty good at Scoreboard in Imperial Beach. So, yeah, have Regina as your waitress. She's probably one of the best ones they got. And great service overall. So, and they do have some musical entertainment outside or during the events and stuff. So check it out, guys. am going to a comedy show tonight. It's a roast battle at the La Jolla Comedy store in La Jolla in Pearl Street. You got 4 matchups, and you basically got Brian Moses and Gordon Downs will be coming down, and they'll be running the roast battle at the comedy store La Jolla. And with the 4 battles, there should be a few comics who will start and warm up the crowd, like maybe 3 or 4 comics, and then you get into the roast. So it should be a lot of fun, guys. That's tonight at 8 o'clock. If you haven't already, get your tickets and join me and have some good times. Well, so with that, next time I talk to you guys, probably more about food, comedy, and some more sports. So tune in, guys. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, Tiggy Maximus Talks on Spotify and YouTube. And if you like, there is a link on the Spotify episode where you can make a small donation towards the podcast. Anything's appreciated, guys. I need more listeners for all these episodes, so help me out, make this a big thing, and let's have a lot of fun, guys. The saying goes, boom, Tiggy Maximus signing off, baby. There, guys. Booyaka.